So this is base camp on the morning of the 18th, after quite a lot of overnight snow, and in fact quite a lot of snow for the last couple of days. So and the campsite looks quite nice, a bit of a winter wonderland, but what it does mean is the face of Cho Oyu up there which we'll be climbing is covered in avalanche debris and a bit of an avalanche risk, so it means we'll need to spend a couple of extra days down here to wait for it to consolidate. And there we can see at the bottom there that the avalanche debris a little bit more clearly, and in fact even higher up, the rock bands where we're crossing. So not safe up there at the moment, but hopefully if there's no more snow it'll be safer in a couple of days. So this is our third day back at base camp after our Sherpa team there. Again, they still need to fix the ropes above Camp 3, so we need to wait for them to go back up before we can go. On Cho Oyu itself, it's actually become quite a lot colder over the last day, which is a good sign in terms of weather. It means there's not so much snow anymore. But it looks, look at the summit there, there's a bit of snow coming off the surface, meaning it's quite windy up there. As far as the summit route goes, we follow it down the glacier there, and then up a slow slope, up a scree slope behind that sort of rock sub-peak, sub-ridge. Camp 1's about there, and the route up to Camp 2 goes up that snow bit. You can see the Serac wall right in front. It goes over the first Serac and then traverses the second one onto this big snow slope here. Camp 2 is just at the base of the snow slope. It looks like some of us are going to be climbing from Camp 2, some from Camp 3. From there it goes up that snow slope, back across here, and then through that rock band up onto the summit plateau. There's quite a bit of Sherpa grooming necessary before they go up to fix the ropes.
Stag groups. What's that? Stag, you know when you're going to get married? Ah, okay.
Pama, tomorrow you go to fix ropes, yeah?
Yeah. The Sherpa will go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 10 Sherpas.
10 Sherpas. And they go up to what?
And next day they come to fix them.
Okay. So they will fix from 2 to the summit the day after.
3 to the summit.
3 to the summit, yeah. Good nourishing stuff, Tim, isn't it?
Into marathon.
Yeah.
This one we've tried salmon and gilled which wasn't without its charm. Got through that one.
Yeah.
These are a personal favourite of mine.
You like a good sausage, don't you?
I do eat it, it's delicious.
So it's now the 28th of September, and we were due to leave base camp for our summit this morning, but as you can see we're still here. Everything was going really well. Yesterday morning we saw half our party leave on their summit push after breakfast. The half of our team who were going to go for the summit from Camp 3. Those of us who were going from Camp 2 were due to leave this morning. Yesterday we were watching the rope fixing team high up above Camp 3. Little black dots crossing the yellow band, making very quick progress up the summit slopes of Cho Oyu, and it looked like they were, they'd make the summit finish fixing the ropes and come back down, the job done. But it didn't work like that. An avalanche swept them 300 to 400 metres to the edge of the rock band. Remarkably, everyone survived. One Sherpa had some injuries. He was able to get back to Camp 1 on his own, where his injuries were seen to, and he came down to base camp and out today. The slopes loaded with snow and clearly still very unstable. There have been at least 3 avalanches on the route, 2 above Camp 3 affecting the rope fixing team. Also, on the Serac wall there's a major fracture line there, and there was a huge ice avalanche a few days ago. Conditions are absolutely perfect for a summit bid. We shouldn't be down here at base camp, we should be on our way up there, but the snow conditions are just unsafe. Yesterday we were buoyant, we thought everything was going well. Now it almost seems like hope is slipping away. We've got maybe 3 or 4 days, but after that the winds pick up, too windy for a summit attempt, and in any case we need to go home, our time's running out, so fingers crossed, but it doesn't look good.
So what's the story, Yaka? Are we going up or?
Yeah. We try to break the speed record, which is 8
You're going to break the speed record going?
Not me.
Yeah. All of this?
Yeah.
So every other team's leaving the mountain,
Yeah.
and we're going to go up and break the speed record. Is that wise? What I've heard is that it's dangerous up there. There's a bit of a crust of snow that's going to slide and everybody's leaving.
Yeah, that might slow us down for maybe half an hour. The upper part.
Might slow us down.
No, stop, Mark. Yeah.
So here we are, up at Camp 1 for one last time. And here are Tibetan porters taking all our kit down. Steve and I came up here to see if we could give them a hand, but by the time we got here, and we didn't hang around, everything was tied up and tidied away, apart from a few bits and bobs which were helping them to carry down. And we've actually perfect views of Cho Oyu. These are our best views of Cho Oyu now from Camp 1, and you can see the ridge going up above the tents, and you can kind of see a pinnacle in the middle. The Serac wall's just below that. I think there are some figures just above it. There's a huge fracture line above it. Above that the route traverses up, and Camp 1 is just kind of above and to the right of where those figures are, and above that is the summit and the rock band. Ropes have been fixed some of the way, but it's the bit above the rock band that is unsafe. Well, actually quite a lot of the mountain's unsafe, but that's the bit that's particularly unsafe, where there were 2 avalanches which people were lucky to escape alive from. So here we are at 6-4, our last foray up here. So, any final thoughts, Steve? Not too disappointed?
I wouldn't say that. Naturally, lots of disappointment. But I suppose it was a nice finale to the trip to have one last stroll up here.
Yeah.
And it was nice. You know, we've rested up for probably 8 days now. We're acclimatised, so it was nice to blow the cobwebs out a little bit and see if we could get up here in a nice time. And we made it in around about 3 hours, which is probably about half the time that it's taken us maybe 2 weeks ago. So
yeah.
Sad to be going home without going up there, but yeah, well, trying to look for a bright side. Really.
Such is life.
Yeah,
that's mountaineering. Mia, how are you enjoying the ride?
Excellent.
Good?
Yeah. Nice to see everybody.
Jeff, bro! Jeff?
Maybe it should be better not to eat this Chinese soup.